Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. So it's about quarter after 11 in January. We spent most of this month trying to clean up and get our equipment put away, and it was kind of a cold morning this morning. It was snowing, but none of it really stuck, so it wasn't a horrible ordeal. But the worst part is we kind of missed out on the best sale price for corn, and it doesn't look like it's going to be trending upwards, so we're going to just get it sold now. I thought about keeping it over for another season and just selling it next year when the price hits right, but we kind of need the money. Last month after we left off, I went out and spread one of our fields with lime just to get that taken care of. It was the field that we combined, the two fields that we combined into one. And right now I've been trying to figure out what I want to do per se for next season, this coming spring for planting wise. Like where I want to put the oats and where I want to put beans at and corn at, because right now what I originally had planned was I was going to plant the corn into the previous oat fields this year. But if I do that, we're gonna have two massive cornfields to harvest, and I don't like the sound of that right now. Like, I'm sure we would go through most of it for corn silage. So basically this field here, well, I shouldn't say massive, but this field would be corn, that would be corn, and that would be corn. So that would be quite a bit of corn planted this year. And then in reality, we would only have one bean field. So I'm thinking we're going to plant this right here, this field, into oats this year, this coming spring. And then we'll plant this into beans, and we'll plant this down here into beans. So we'll have at least a good coverage of crops this year. I think if we do, depending on how fast we go through silage, which we aren't going through that fast right now, I think this would be the field we decide to chop corn on. So, and as of right now, I'm probably going to take all the money we make here and invest it into upgrading our planter and getting that tractor. So we need about $100,000, a little over $100,000 is what it'll be, just because I already know that I don't want to deal this spring with trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to buy a property and get it all soil sampled, limed, and ready to go for this coming fall. So I think the smart plan for us is we're gonna buy a property midway throughout the year. And we'll end up cutting all the trees down and cutting all the grass. Actually, I just had a pretty decent idea. So I know we got the two grass fields, and I literally planted the one. But what if we... I don't know if I want to do that. They're not really great yielding fields. And I kind of want to get a good amount of straw yet. Like, this was a pretty good sized field, and it yielded pretty good too. And I don't know if the yield affects the straw output, so to speak. What I was thinking is that we could till both these grass fields under and turn them both into straw, plant our oats there, and then we could plant a little bit more beans and make a little more profit, because we'll have plenty of grass by the time we get our new property bought, and we'll be able to, and we could just cut it off into sections and bale it, and then work the ground under into the field size that we want. Maybe that's what we'll do instead. Yeah, actually, I do like that better. So we're gonna plant the oats all up by our house this year and by the BGA. I think this is all the corn already. Yeah, it is. So We're just gonna cheat a little bit. We're just gonna pull this around like so. I'll drop that all the way down. There we go. That worked out perfectly. So I think that's what we'll actually do instead of what I originally planned. But we'll still plant the field on the other side of the tree lines over here. Beans, and we'll plant these two little fields over here into oats. We already got some fertilizer, some digestate on it, so it'll be ready to go here. I actually like that plan a lot better now that I think about it. We'll just pull out the cultivator and cultivate both these fields, and then we'll come out with the drill and drill oats in both of those. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So the other task I have left for today is we're gonna finish cleaning up our equipment. We got our yard kind of tidy up. So we're sitting pretty good there right now. And I think, let's see here. So if we do one field in 26 and the other long field 28 in beans, we'll be pretty heavy on beans this coming year, which actually probably won't be the worst case scenario. I just hope that I don't short us. Well, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Corn isn't really our big money bringer. I shouldn't say that. It's going to be our big money bringer because we got to feed our cattle here, and they're not doing too bad with what they're taking away for feed. And where's the cattle pasture? I also this morning I took the last like 4 bales that were sitting in our old sheds, and I went and threw those up in the pasture today. So all the hay, all the small round bales are officially gone, and we're gonna try our best to get a TMR wagon for them at some point and haul it up there. I know in reality we could probably get away with that little dump trailer and just dump some of the TMR off from that little in-barn mixer. And we might do that for a little while to get by. When we get to that point, we'll just haul up a little trailer full every time and load it up with the skid, dump it out and load it up with the skid loader. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea, and we could save a little bit of money back for a while until we can get their own TMR mixer. There was a mod that came out a couple weeks ago. It was like the TLX, and it's a pickup with a TMR mixer attachment on the back, which I am actually pretty, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty in love with it just because it's a fast way to drive back and forth with the TMR mixer and to get cattle fed. And I thought about getting that, but I think that was a little far beyond us right now. Let's see here. I was thinking of getting something like this one here for us, which would suit our farm pretty well, but it's not a priority. Like I said, worst case scenario, we can always just get, or we could get one of these smaller ones as well, which wouldn't be that bad either. But yeah, right there it is. So that wouldn't be a bad setup for a truck, and then we have another truck around the yard. I guess if I did go that route, I would probably maybe get rid of the Ford, just because that truck would have more power, and then I think I would eventually invest into a bigger flatbed. Looks like all the snow, like the little light dusting we had, just melted away. But for the rest of the day, my plan right now is to get everything cleaned up. We're gonna head over to the BGA and get some more silage offloaded, so that way we can get the income to keep coming in. So that way, I'm hoping by the time spring rolls around, we might be able to afford ourselves a new 12-row planter, and we could get rid of our old 7000 here. And I think the other task I got for the day, and I kind of forgot about it now until I kind of pulled up here. Let's pull alongside here. I am officially going to sell the roller. since we turned off stones, I don't really have a use for it. I know we can get a little bit of a yield bonus for it, but for the time it takes, I don't think it's worth it in my eyes. Not to me anyways. And in reality, I've never been really sold on rollers, at least around here. I just don't like the idea of pushing rocks back into the ground just so next season when we come back around, we just hit them with the equipment again. So we're gonna go get rid of that. And I've already got the Oliver moved back to the sawmill, and I think it might actually be staying there permanently now, just because we don't really, with the skid steer here, we don't really have a use for it being over here anymore. And I think the other thing I think we're going to try to do this spring is we're going to try to get out to the woods over there. And I think we're going to get our tree planter and start replanting the area of trees that we cleared out, and start clearing out all the new trees that we planted a couple years ago. But that's kind of the plan for this month. And like I said, I'm going to try my best to get at least 100,000 and pick up that new planter, so that way we're set for when next year, not this coming year, but the year after, we'll be set for planter size to get stuff done. And we'll be sitting pretty good. I think we'll be able to knock out quite a bit of ground here. And then in between that fall, I think we'll be finally selling our 6600, and we'll be finally looking into something new. And like I said a couple episodes ago, if you guys want to kind of give me your opinion on what combine to go for, I'd like some feedback, just because I always go back and forth with it. And I said we could pick up that case, but I was just thinking, if we pick up a case tractor, there's another one I'm looking at for something bigger than our white type situation. So I think we're going to stick with one of those two deers. And like I said, I just like some feedback from you guys. So feel free to leave it in the comments or whatever you think here. Like I said, it's not going to be something we'll be purchasing this coming harvest for a new one. It'll be the year after for that harvest. But we're going to cut away here, and we'll see you guys in the next month for an update. Welcome back, everyone. We are now in the month of February. It's a little after 10, and as you can see, I decided to do a load of logs, and as you probably also notice, we got the 7,000 hooked up. We're at $99,000. I was about to set that wrong. We're almost at 100,000 there. So I decided we're gonna finally go get these set of logs sold, and we're gonna get this planter sold today. And we're gonna get our new tractor and our new planter bought. And what I plan to do for the rest of this month, I'm gonna do quite a bit of logging. Because I'm planning to pick up at least, so there's two more things I need to pick up. The one that we definitely have to pick up yet is that we need to pick ourselves up a manure spreader, so that next month when the ground thaws out, when it thaws out enough and it's right conditions for us to what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, before I forget. Let's grab this. Oh, nope, I don't want to repair. I don't think we need to repair the trailer. It's fine. But the few things that we still need to pick up yet is the manure spreader, and I finally decided we're going to go with this H&S model, the 3143. It'll be a big enough manure spreader for us for a while, because we aren't producing that much manure yet. So we're going to go with that, and then eventually we'll probably go to one of these. We'll either go to the Top Shot 5126 or the Coon here. And I think we might go with the Coon because I really like the Coon red color. It's just such a nice color. I personally like it a lot. So, and we're going to pick up. And the other thing we're still working towards is our side dresser. Which, where do we have that stashed away? Is it miscellaneous? Somewhere around here. Where? You know what? No, it's actually in sprayers. There we go. Side dresser. That is our next big purchase, and I'm planning to get that, and we're gonna probably go with the AT3000 model. And we don't need the extension because we're only gonna be running 12 rows, and that's all we really need is a 12 row. Is a 12 row one, and I think we would just go with those tires. And I think we'll just stick with the white color for rims and the tank. We'll get the Blue Jet stickers. So we got $42,000 worth of equipment yet to invest to. So we got quite a bit of logging we're gonna have to do today. But we are gonna for sure. Oh, where are you? There we go. We are gonna pick up ourselves the 1086, and we're gonna get it with dual row crops right away, just so that way it's done and over with. We're gonna stick with the standard exhaust, and we'll get the maximum weights we can get on it. And I think we might actually need a little more money yet. Let's get rid of no plate. There we go. Yeah, we're just a little bit short now for money to pick up the planner, I believe. Let's see, where's the planners? Planners. Oh, nope, 45,000, so we're gonna put that up to just a little over 9. Dry tanks, big tank. And we're not gonna put any starter on it just because we're gonna have all our own natural fertilizer, so we should be good there, so we'll pick that up. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Just because it's still an older style planter yet. Versus the Kenzie. And plus I'm kind of planning to get a bigger Kenzie in my Elm Creek series, so I kind of want to add a little variety. So we finally got ourselves a 12 row planter. She is looking pretty nice. I've never used this mod before, but I'm excited. And this is going to be our planting tractor for it. And like I said, since I sold I still have seller's remorse for selling the 5288. It was such a good tractor, but we're just gonna drive over the wheel wells. There we go. But the thing with the 5288 doesn't have, that this does, is nostalgia for me, because I've actually ran one of these before. But like I said, we got quite a bit of work to do today. Oh, there we go. We can't hook up to it. Sweet. We're going to get this hauled back and get all this stuff put away. And then we're going to get our logging forks back on. And we're going to log until we have enough money to pick up everything that we need yet. So that would be the side dresser, which is $42,000, and the manure spreader. So we're looking at $60-ish thousand we're gonna need. I'm gonna say 63 or 64-ish. And we don't really have much else to sell right now. The only thing we have to sell left is silage. Ain't the last bit of grass silage, but that's still fermenting yet. So we got about 10,000 liters, which I think will only net us about $5,000 to $6,000 when we get sold. So we don't have a whole lot of other income to count on right now. But we're gonna be set up for when we start doing our rapid expansion. Oh geez. Kind of notice I've been having a little bit of graphical issues with all the trees flashing once in a while with this like snow covered, I shouldn't say snow covered, frost covered grounds. been a little goofy lately, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let's get that dropped off. I don't know if we'll have enough room to put that in there, but we're gonna try. But I think this 1086 is gonna be a pretty good workhorse for the farm. Not quite like the white, but it's gonna do its fair share. It'll probably be more of our grain hauling tractor, and it might run the sprayer since we'll have the other tractor doing the side dressing. So we'll have quite a bit going on here. Can I fill that? Nope, not close enough. There we go. We'll get this completely filled up too as we back it in and here. Clear out some of the seed bags and such. We got all that dry fertilizer we're sitting on yet. And I'm not sure what we're gonna really do with it. Like, we'll keep throwing it in the drill here as we drill our oats every season, but we got quite a bit to burn through yet. But you know, we still got our fertilizer spreader we could sometimes spread our what's the word I'm looking for? Our grass ground when we have to get some more again planted. But like I said, this coming season we're gonna till under all the grass ground we got. Oh, hitting the sensor. This is a lot tighter than I realize. Come on, there we go. Gosh, this little Quonset is not as nice anymore with all the chemicals and stuff I bought. But you know, the positive note is we're gonna roll this back into the corner here. I can grab it. There we go. Let's roll that back here so it's out of the way. You know, the one thing I kind of wish is when we have wheels and stuff like on these stands, I wish we could have, it needs super strength to kind of roll that stuff around. But it's a tight squeeze in here, but you know what? I'm excited. I am really excited for planting this year. A new planter to break in and the 1086. But like I said, the rest of the day, we got logging to do. And I will be logging in the dark if I have to make the money we need. And then next year we'll look at upgrading our sprayer, but right now I want to get that side dresser. That side dress bar is my main goal right now, so let's get that back here situated. Like I said, the only income we really got right now is to chop down a bunch of trees. And I was thinking, if we make quite a bit of money this year, I'm thinking of starting another new business adventure. And it'll be only after we invest into our next piece of ground. Next business adventure I was thinking of is investing into a furniture shop. And I think I have the right location. We're going to do it out back here by the sawmill. And the reason is just to cut on transportation costs. It can kind of be our own little hidden furniture store. I haven't really thought of a good name to kind of call the store yet. I was thinking like forested furniture. That just have all the trees around our store kind of hidden away. And they could kind of see how we handle our tree farming, so to speak. I wonder, I didn't check planks. $2,100. Issue is, I'm gonna have a bunch of planks we're sitting here. So I think I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one more load of trees here. And I'll do a load of planks of the six pallets of planks. Can't even speak right now. So I'll do 6 pallets of planks and sell them. Even though they're not really at the best price, but I kind of want to clean that area out so we don't have too much planks just sitting around there. And I think this time we're going to cut down. We'll cut down 4 trees. Yeah, because we only did 3 last time, and we didn't get exactly the fullest load in the world, but we'll get it here this time. But that's what we're going to be doing moving forward here. So next time you find us, I'm hoping that I'll have more than enough money made. I'll have the manure spreader bought, and I'll have the side dresser bought, or I should say I'll have the money to buy the side dresser, because we won't need that right away, but we will need the manure spreader next month so we can start spreading all our manure on the ground. But that's what we're going to do going forward. And I think this will wrap up today's episode. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.